All right, a new batch of ballots has just dropped, and we're tracking the latest in some key local races for you.
Yeah, Fox 13 political reporter Brandy Cruz is here with the very latest.
Yeah, and we're seeing exactly what we expected to see, which is a slight tightening in races where you had the more moderate candidate ahead. And so you're seeing progressives make up a little bit of ground, but it is by no means a significant amount of ground. So I just want to take you through all these races, the key ones. The mayor of Seattle, Bruce Harrell, still with a commanding lead in that race. It's narrowed slightly. He was up 30 points yesterday. He's about 28 today, but still about 20,000 ballots, by the way, have been added to the totals in the Seattle races. So that's not a ton. We're going to get bigger ballot drops tomorrow and maybe even Friday. So Harrell keeps his commanding lead. Let's move on to the race for Seattle City Attorney Ann Davison. Keeps her commanding lead. It narrows slightly. She was up 18 points yesterday. She's now up, it looks like, 16 points against police abolitionist Nicole Thomas Kennedy. Moving on to Seattle City Council. And this, we had mentioned Teresa Mosqueda is the more progressive candidate. So even though her lead wasn't very much, I thought it would improve, and it has, in fact, improved a little bit over Kenneth Wilson, who is a political newcomer, but is still doing very, very well. And then Seattle City Council position 9. This is the race against Sarah Nelson and Nikita Oliver, who are vying to replace Lorena Gonzalez, of course, who ran for mayor. And that is looking almost identical to where it was at yesterday. I will say, just a few minutes before this newscast began, we spoke with Sarah Nelson about the results, and she was cautiously optimistic and talked a lot about policing and sort of where she wants to take the city.
It's clear that the message of abolishing the police, or even cutting the police by 50% in 2022, is not what voters want. They want to feel safe in their homes and their businesses and in their neighborhoods. So I'm confident that what we saw last night will prevail in the end.
One of the other points she made that I thought was really interesting is, there's still going to be a progressive majority on the Seattle City Council. She's going to be the only new council member out of 9, and so certainly it's not going to be some overhaul. But what she believes is for council members who have been pushing defunding and some of these very, progressive policies, that she believes that they will see what voters kind of said with their votes in this election and might scale back a little bit some of the things that they're willing to pursue out of fear that they could lose their seats when they come up for re-election. So I thought that was an interesting point, and she's probably spot on.
Yeah. Assuming she does win, though, Shama Sawant a month from now may not be on the council, depending on what the people vote there on a recall election. So she might have somebody new. Yeah,
she might have someone new there, and I know that we're going to wrap up this race, and that one's going to get just as much attention. Shama Sawant, one of the only socialists to elected office in a major city in the United States, and she's become sort of the face of the socialist movement in America, and now she could lose her seat. That race will be decided by voters in her own district, not across the city.
All right, Brandy, thank you. Yep.